If you like my videos, you can follow me at Oatmeal Joey Arnold, at Joey Arnold VN Online. You're probably wondering what this is all about. It's really difficult. If you're new here, you're probably wondering what this man all about. I've been online for a long time. I've been online since 95, probably 95. Been alive since 85. Been around for a long time. I was born and raised in Oregon in a small city. I grew up in a ghetto, an alleged trailer park. And I probably want to tell you a little bit about myself since I've been around for 41 years. Been alive for 41 years. Been around the world a little bit. Been around the world making videos since 1996. Been making videos for 30 years. And it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal, but it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, but not a big deal. But I talk about it sometimes, not all the time, but I talk about it sometimes and I make a big deal about it and make a fool of myself, sometimes accidentally or on purpose. Sometimes accidentally, sometimes on purpose, and I got so much content online that it takes a very long time to talk about it. You probably think I'm a crazy person because you might say, I'm yelling right now or something. I'm very passionate, but sometimes I don't talk like that. Sometimes I talk about everything, and sometimes I don't explain myself, and sometimes I talk like this because I want the microphone to pick it up, because sometimes I feel like the phone is not good enough. My face is not good enough. My life is not good enough. And I don't like the sound of my voice or the face that I got. Sometimes I do like it. Sometimes I don't like it. But I got a lot to say, and I've said it before in my videos and in my articles. And I want you to know that if you're new here, if you don't know anything about me, if you've never seen me before, this could be an introduction video. Maybe not that good if there's background noises and interruptions. Oh, man. I probably need more water. I was having some cookies today. Probably should start over. Maybe this will look more authentic. Maybe it won't. I just want to apologize again for everything. Even though I don't apologize for everything, but I do apologize for some things, and I say I'm sorry and stuff. Even though the goddamn trolls and the haters been lying about me online since at least 2009. 2009. They've been lying about me online since 2009. 2009 or longer. That's 17 years now. They've been lying about me online and offline. Offline since the 1000s. The 1900s, since the 1900s, since so many years. I mean, not everybody, not all the time, but a little bit. And I'm making a big deal about this. I made a big deal about a lot of things. Like sometimes online over the years, I talk about some things and I don't explain myself, and I look like a fool. You probably think I'm a fool, and maybe I should stop talking about this, and maybe and I do and I don't. Stop talking about like if I had a really cool introduction video, this will probably not be it. But then let's pretend that this is the introduction video and I was trying to highlight my life. So let me start over. Almost 4 minutes in. I wanted to get all that out of the way, that first bit, so that you understand what you're dealing with right here. Who the guy? Who am I? I'm a nerd stuck in the body of an athlete. I'll say it again. I'm a nerd stuck in the body of an athlete. Not really, but sort of. I call myself Oatmeal because I eat oatmeal, and oatmeal is a metaphor for clay. And you gotta make your life whatever it can be from the clay of your oatmeal. It's a metaphor, but I like oatmeal too. I eat oatmeal, and ever since Bill Bennett died, called me Oatmeal Boy back when I was like 10 and 95, whenever it was. The nickname stuck. Oatmeal Boy, Oatmeal Joey. And it became a metaphor. First it became like a username and an email address, and it just went from there. I really want you to know these things, like, even though maybe they don't really matter, but I talk about it sometimes because I got so much I want to say, even though I don't always say a lot of stuff, and I go back to saying what I've already said, but then I always want to say more, and there's a lot more that I want to say. But then when I read my content, when I look at my stuff online and offline, when I watch my videos, I'm like, I don't understand what he said. So you better not go to my Oatmeal World Discord servers, even though there's probably like a link under this or somewhere. There's like, if you Google me or ask AI, you could probably go to all my websites, because like all my apps, like I'm everywhere online, even though I got banned off all the websites, or a lot of websites. I keep on coming back. I've been online since 95. Been online since 95. Been online for 31 years. And it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But it matters. But it doesn't matter. But it doesn't really matter. What I'm talking about right now doesn't really matter. But it does. But it doesn't. But it does. Because you gotta know that the goddamn toes lie about me with the goddamn oatmeal fake news. No, it's funny. It's not funny. It's funny. It's not funny. I look like a crazy person because I am, and I'm not. I'm not, but I am. Because I've made a fool of myself sometimes accidentally, sometimes on purpose, and a little bit above it, like, because, like, sometimes, like, because I've been on live so long, and I put out so much stuff via all my goddamn accounts, my channels, my parody accounts, my alt accounts, all my different things on so many websites. I've been on so many websites, you wouldn't even know. So it's like, you can't figure me out, because not even I can figure it out. But it's not really that hard to figure out. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. I already made like many videos about some of this, but some of this is new, or I've said it in a new way, or like, you know, I've never made a video where I'm like coffee. I need more coffee. Like coughing. I was coughing in this video, and I probably shouldn't have been, but I was. I'm a little bit like Hillary Clinton. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with the world? My inner Michael coming out. I got a million things to say in this hypothetical introduction video that I'm making right now that's not really good. And I don't really have yellow teeth. I think it's a camera, but I'm working on that. Let me cough again. Maybe I should pause the video, but I want you to know that I got millions of things online. Literally. I probably got over 30,000 videos published online, uploaded as of 2024, probably. As of 2024, I probably got over 30,000 videos. I probably got over, I definitely got over many hours, like many thousands of hours of content. Like I have thousands of hours of content online. And I say that to say that I've been around. Not that it matters, but like, I don't know if that makes it something that I should be saying. I want to say it. I'm not saying that I should be saying, like, this video, for example, this video is probably terrible. Bits and pieces of it, it's kind of interesting to me, personally speaking. Not the coughing part. Like, I don't like that. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I probably shouldn't be yelling. Like some people have told me over the years, like, especially goddamn Roy Merrick, be like, stop yelling at me. I don't like it when you yell. I don't like it when you're yelling. And maybe there is something to that. Maybe that's good not to yell. Yeah, I probably yelled too much sometimes over the years in my life, and if this was an introduction video, this is like, it sort of is and sort of isn't. because now I'm ranting. But if this was going to be some super duper goddamn introduction video of my life, I'd try to summarize it and say I was born in Forest Grove in 1985. And I was homeschooled. I grew up in a ghetto trailer park with the Rose Grove mobile home parks. Grew up around a lot of different people, a lot of different groups, churches, youth groups, clubs, Olympians. That's Word of Life Olympians, and Awanas, and Kumon Math, and the Salvation Army, and the Community Baptist Church in Cornelius, and then there was there's another one in Hillsborough, and the First Baptist, and the First Baptist in Forest Grove, and a bunch of other other groups that I would go to growing up, going to the different groups, and Sunday school, and vacation Bible school, and almost every day, depending on the year. Sunday, especially Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursday with the Salvation Army in Hillsborough, the TVC, Tualatin Valley Corps, and going to different camps, and then going to public high school. Started making videos in 96. Started doing a lot of different things. I did a lot of different things, building things like a cart. Had guinea pigs. Well, first I had mice and gerbils, and I stuck them in a tree. They froze to death and fell out. I got a lot of crazy stories, and sometimes I talk about the stories in my life online, since I've been online forever and ever. I've been online, and I just kind of throw stuff onto the internet. And because I got so much stuff, it's so easy to be like, that guy weird. That guy weirdo. Oatmeal Joe, this guy right here. This guy right here. Weird. Because one time at band camp, he did one thing. One time in band camp. You remember that one time at band camp? Oatmeal Joey Arnold did, but what? Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw the screenshot. She definitely did it. I heard a sound bite. She definitely did it because he said he did it. He lived in the sun. He lived in the goddamn sun. So that means that I totally trust and believe everything he says, even though he also said he lived in the sun. Wow, does that mean everything he says is totally true? Wow. Does that mean everything that Oatmeal Joey Arnold VN for Vietnam, is true? Like, is everything, does he really have yellow teeth, or is it the camera? It might be the camera, goddammit. It might be the camera. But it's like, over the years, I tried to talk about the fake news, and some of it I've spread a little bit sometimes, a little bit over the years. I mean, who's keeping track of the back and forth drama? If you think that some of the drama between like Kristen Mayer and other people are pretty bad, and it might be. I really don't want to name and drop because I'm a little bit scared of getting canceled again. I know not a lot of people are watching this, but at least right now, not a lot of people are probably gonna watch this. I don't think more than two people are gonna watch more than 1 second of this video. Probably. You might, if you're still watching 14 minutes in, you might be the only one. It'd be cool if a few people might be watching, and maybe someday they will if I turn out to be a great guy, or a terrible guy, whatever, or both, then you'd be watching this because of that. Anyways, I don't really want to rant about that forever, even though I do want to talk about that. I do want to rant about that. And I already did. And I will. And I did. And I will. And I did. And I will rant about this. Talk about the goddamn trolls. Talk about the trolls again and again and again. And then sometimes for many, many years, I said, I'll debunk. I will debunk the lies about me. I will. And then the trolls are like, you didn't. I said, I will. They said They said you didn't. You didn't debunk the news, the fake news, the facts, as they call it. But it's not. But again, I'm gonna say, like I've said in a lot of my daily blogs, my articles, my videos, and everything, in all my many videos and everything, all my blogs and posts and comments for many years, many decades, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna maybe debunk some of the lies about me later. I'm gonna debunk the oatmeal fake news later on. And tell everybody not to join all of my many goddamn Oatmeal World Discord server community that the trolls took over and destroyed and everything. So I don't really, like, you think I'm being, what's the word? Deceptive. And maybe I am sometimes, but not all the time. So it's like, what? But as I get older, I'm trying to move away from that gradually. I really am. You might think that I'm not, but I really am. But I guess I'm not your cup of tea if you cannot understand what this guy is saying. Oh, if you can't understand what the guy is saying, then maybe I'm not your cup of tea. Maybe I'm not your cup of oatmeal. I think, like, in a way, you might say that this oatmeal guy is stuck in a goddamn loop where he's always trying to one-up himself. He's always trying to make a better introduction video, even though they all suck. What? They all suck. What? They all suck. No, I think maybe this might be the best. This might be the best introduction video that I've ever made. But I should probably do it more like Stefano, that Canadian guy. Like with PowerPoint, I could have, the points that I want to make. Point 1, my name is Oatmeal. Point 2, I'm born 85. Point 3, on a PowerPoint so you can read along. It'd be a great introduction video for anybody who's new. Which even people who are not new probably should know a little bit about it, even though you sort of know some of it, but not all of it. And you know some of it, but not all of it. And it's like, you don't know that you don't know that you don't know me, as I said on TikTok. And then I said Hack to and got 1 million views. I said Hack to and I got 1 million views. Why? I don't know, but it happens. But 20 minutes in, I'm almost 20 minutes into this video, and I didn't really say everything that I wanted to say. I mean, I do want to make a big deal about some of this stuff that I've already said. And I feel like I have a lot more to say, to add to this, but I just want you to know that I thought I saw somebody back from the dead. I don't want to say Larry. I don't want to say Tom Taylor. But there's so many people So many people. I didn't realize that they had neighbors. I didn't realize maybe I should start over. I'm filming this, and I saw a guy who looked just like Santa Claus. I wonder if I could be Santa Claus. I don't know if I want to be Santa Claus, but I do want to be something. And I try to talk about it sometimes online, about the kind of stuff that I do, stuff that I did, stuff that I'm doing, stuff I want to do. And then I put out videos like this, for example, and then I don't tell you what I'm talking about. And maybe I should. The reason why I'm hesitating, why am I hinting at all of this, is because I want you to know, but then I don't want to really tell you because I feel like I can't do it justice. Like, I can't really explain everything about who am I, what did I do? What did I do in my life? What am I doing? What do I want to do? I mean, those are three things. I mean, the past, present, and future. You know, it's pretty simple. I mean, can you get more simple than that? But it's like, even though I try to simplify it. Even though I try to simplify it. I do try to simplify it a little bit. I still fail to say everything that I want to say. And if this was a real, I mean, like, if this, I'm applauding, I'm saying like all the time. Like, I like the word like because it's so good. It's so good. And so, you have no idea. It's so good. Even though I'm struggling, I'm still trying. No, that's not funny. But it's so true. And it's so funny. But it's not funny. I'm sweating. It feels so good. It's like I'm in a sauna. My car is a sauna. It's my car, by the way. Anyways, 22 minutes in. Let's pretend that this is the beginning of the video. If this was a really good introduction video, it probably should only be 1 minute long. One, maybe 2. But it already 22 minutes, and I want to rant longer, and I haven't even outlined half my life, most of my life. I mentioned a few things. Let me start over and quickly, I don't know how good the microphone is doing right now. Video's okay. Microphone might be a little problematic. I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe you can hear me a little bit. Sometimes the audio is so low, but if I could start over, I would say, hey, I'm Oatmeal, Joey Arnold, born in Oregon, was homeschooled, went to high school, then I went to Bible college in New York and West Virginia, and then I was also working at some summer camps in New York, California, Oregon. I worked with the Salvation Army in Hawaii for a year, and that was really good. And then I wanted to go to California, work with Lincoln Hawk. I also wanted to get into Hollywood since I was a little boy. Now a little boy. I mean, I had a lot of aspirations growing up, a lot of different dreams. When I was about 8, I thought about being an astronaut. When I was about 8, I was like, I want to be an astronaut. I also wanted to be Billy Graham, and I also wanted to be Michael Jackson, and then I wanted to be Michael Jordan, and then I wanted to be like Will Smith. I want to be an actor and do all that stuff and influence people, and then I was thinking about web design and designing video games because I wanted to make a cool kid video game about me. It's a cool kid because that's what they called me, the elder Randy and Joe in the ghetto playing basketball, especially around 9. 99. Probably like 99. Around 99. Something like that. Probably 99. I don't know what year. Probably 99. They're like, cool. They said cool when I make a basket or playing in the park, trail park, playing basketball. And they're like, cool, man. Cool, kid. And they stuck the words together. And I became the cool kid. So, after high school, I went to Bible colleges and worked at summer camps as a counselor. And I did work study during college and went to Hawaii, working with the Salvation Army. And doing Revolution Hawaii. Worked at Camp Crowley. First, working on the ranch with the Word of Life. With the Word of Life. Bible Institute. Because I was with the Word of Life Bible Institute. That was my first college. Then I went I was at ABC, that's the Appalachian Bible College in West Virginia, and I was involved with all these different people in groups growing up, and I was also online at the same time, doing God knows what. Oh, everybody knows. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So it's like, how do I say? I was jumping around, growing up, busy all the time. I was trying to make robots out of bowling pins when I was about 7 or 8, and I was trying to make a flying skateboard, because I saw Back to the Future and they had flying hoverboards, and I wanted to be just like Michael J. Fox. I wanted to be, Marty McFly. Your fly's undone. Your fly's down. I feel like I'm down. You remember that song? And then I was doing YouTube reaction videos, especially around 2009. I was getting hundreds of thousands of views back when YouTube was TikTok, especially around 2009. Especially around 2009. And for a few years, it was pretty good. And then that'll go downhill. YouTube, Google, Alphabet. They do pretty good. Like TikTok is now. TikTok might be going down now. In 2026, it might be different now. But for a few years, last few years, TikTok been pretty good. Compared to a lot of websites, a lot of apps, I don't know, but it seems like TikTok might be number one at the moment. At least they've been. But at that time, YouTube was number one. And I was in the top 100 sometimes, at least for like a few different days in 2009. It didn't last long, but it was there, and I was trying things. I was really bad at it, still am, but I tried, and just ran around trying different things. That's one of my problems. It's great, but it was also terrible. On one hand, the lies about me are not true, but on the other hand, I am a person who I'm really bipolar. Man, do I have to say that I'm bipolar and autistic? Maybe a little bit. At least I'm a little bit more aware. You think I'm joking? You think I'm not joking? You think I'm faking it? You think I'm hiding it? All of that might be true. Sometimes. Sometimes a little bit. It's complicated. Like a relationship. It's complicated. So to outline my life, it's like if I were to briefly tell everybody what I did for my 41 years of life, it's like, like, grew up in a ghetto, making videos, and went to high school, and went to 4 colleges, went to 4 different colleges in 3 different states, worked at different camps for 5 summers and 2 winters. I'm saying shh, as in, sometimes when I'm watching a video of myself, I can't hear it because I feel like the microphone doesn't pick it up. There's a lot of things that it just doesn't pick up. Like when I'm making my articles, when I'm making my videos, sometimes it just doesn't pick it up. It doesn't pick up the goddamn nuance. The goddamn nuance, the subtlety, and you might say that I've been a little bit too crazy sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I've been a little bit too crazy. Because I don't always tell people when I'm being sarcastic or hyperbolic or rhetorical or idiotic. Oh no, wait, idiotic, is that the right word? Wait, hold on. What's another word? What are all the words that I usually use? So when I'm typing it out, it just comes out. My hands know stuff that my head doesn't, my mouth doesn't. It's weird, but it's like I can type it out, but I can't say it. But then I can type it, and then I can say it. I have to type it out, and then I can say it. Is that weird? Is that weird? But it's like all these things, and especially in the past, more so, I've been guilty of it, maybe a little bit, like a little bit more than now, and now it's a little bit less, but I might still do it a little bit occasionally, but not as much as before, not as often as before, not as terrible as before. Not to say that I'm perfect now, not to say that I'm perfect now, not to say that I'm terrible either, but I'm somewhere in the middle. But it's like I sometimes would make a big deal about things in my life. For example, especially in Vietnam, there's these different episodes, you might call episodes, where I'm like, oh no, I'm at the Papa Foods and there's the ended wing, and then I got the stuff there and I don't know where to go, and I'm trying to teach English and the new star didn't take me, and maybe I was terrible, but at the same time I thought they were terrible, and so I emphasized on how they were terrible, even though I sucked a little bit. I don't want to say that totally. A water boy would be like, what did you say about my mother? Like, there's just a lot of back and forth in my life, but it's like, you might say that I burned bridges and stuff, with people, relationships, because I made a big deal about this and about that, like, got it on my bike. And I ended up turning that into a meme or Anna with the Legos in 2016, but with a Cathy bike, that was 2013. I went to Vietnam in 2012, and it was just really chaotic because there's all these interlocking storylines happening all at the same time, and it's like going through my mind, and you may not know it because you don't know everything about my life, and I don't either. I don't even know half of it. I mean, I know a lot of it, and I try to study it, and I make a big deal about a lot of details because it's so important, because I'm so invested in it, like I'm some kind of Netflix theory. No, what theory? Am I thinking about Star Wars theory again? Netflix series. Cut. Let's again. Start over. 34 minutes in. And so it's like, so I go to Vietnam because I want to go to Vietnam. Some people are like, you gotta go to Vietnam. Other people are like, don't go to Vietnam. But like, I already went to a few places because I went on a few different mission trips, like Idaho and Quebec and Hawaii. Those were the 3 main mission trips that I went to, and I lived in a few different states. Also, growing up, visited a few states, grew up in a few states. I mean, I grew up in one state, but then I moved around in my early 20s, and, you know, most of my 20s, it's like moving around a lot. No, mostly in my 20s, moved around, because, you know, because that's what happened. And because I wanted it, because I always wanted to travel the world since I was 8. And so that's a big part of my life. This desire to travel the world and help people and connect people, and then that's like a part of who I am and everything. Like, that's really important, very important to me. Very important to me, connecting people and helping people. But sometimes I mess it up because, you know, I just don't present myself professionally or whatever, and I don't explain myself. And so I'm trying to maybe kind of rebrand myself, and I'm thinking about it sometimes, maybe possibly overthinking maybe a little bit, not all the time, because there's a lot of good things about it, and bad things, good things and bad things about all of it. Part of me feels like I'm a long lost brother of Owen Benjamin. I really do feel like part of my DNA is him, and part of it is Alex Jones, and part of, like, I see myself in a lot of different people. And part of the reason why I'm here is because of Trump. I mean, I've had a lot of different things I was going after in my life. Now I would go after them, and then I ended up in Vietnam. And then I made a big deal about Kathy stealing my bike, and the thing that happened at Circle K, and the thing that happened at Leaf Pagoda, and the thing that happened at the Remy Cafe, and the thing that happened at there was another cafe too. What's that called? And a few other places, a few other cafes, and a few other different people in Vietnam. Because I was in Vietnam for 5 years, teaching English for 5 years. What? That man can't teach English. You can't teach English. You can't even, I can't even understand half the words you say. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Stop with the ASMR. Who do you think you are? Hot blonde? No. But thank you. Maybe I can, I don't want to say transition, because I don't want the AI to pick it up. I'm joking. But I am. And I know the AI is always listening, so the AI could be like, or, you know, troll, you know, somebody could be like, this guy, you going down, we're gonna ban him again. Like I've been banned so many times, like I never been banned before. Like, I have. I have. Off all the websites, and I make a big deal about it, and maybe I shouldn't, but I do, and maybe I should. And maybe I don't make a big enough deal about all of it. And I probably shouldn't just only make these goddamn alleged theoretical introductory videos about my life, where I just go over my whole entire life, or try to go over my life in a minute, or 10 minutes, or an hour. Like right now I'm doing it. I think I'm gonna stop in less than an hour. I think that's my current goal, even though I could probably rant for 10 hours a day and then, accidentally cover world news, the politics, or culture, the current movies and stuff, current, pop culture stuff, sprinkled in here and there every once in a while I'm ranting over my life for the 1 millionth time, pretending to be the long lost cousin of PewDiePie and name dropping stuff and hoping I don't accidentally say a bad word, which I don't, but social media, it could be like, oh, you accidentally said a word that we're not allowing, even though you didn't really say a bad thing. But it's like, I'm not here to really get into censorship right now. Censorship, or the fake news about me. Even though I probably should, but I'm not. But I sort of mentioned some of it. It's so easy to take somebody out of context, out of content, especially if you don't really care. If you don't really care, a lot of people just they just want to find easy targets and beat them up, and I became an easy target in a lot of ways. I talked about it a little bit, but I always do a bad job talk about this. About everything. I do a bad job. And then people are like, you did a bad job. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know I did a bad job. And they're like, you did a bad job. And I said, I know I did a bad job. And they're like, you did a bad job. And I know I did a bad job. And they're like, but did you know it? You have yellow teeth. No, I don't. It's a camera. I swear. Did you know you did a bad job? Yes. But did you know you did a bad job? Yes. Ooh. Hey. Oh. I just want to say that I did a bad job in a lot of things, and I'm trying to transition to a higher place in my life. Even though you might say that I totally effed it up already many times for many years. And that might be true, but I don't care. And I do, but I don't. But I do care about it, about you and about me, about everything, about everybody. That's what makes it difficult, because I think about what country do I want to live in. But like I said a little bit earlier, I think about everything, really. I was thinking about all these different things that I wanted to do, that I want to do, that I want to do, that I tried to do, that I failed to do. Like, some of it I don't fail to do, but a lot of it I do fail to do. Like, so many things that I try to do that I don't do. That I talk about it, as I go through my whole entire life, my autobiography, and in my videos, and my autobiography, and my daily blogs, and everything that I have on all the websites and everything. I try to talk about it a little bit, and I want to go over it a little bit. Maybe you can learn something from it, or maybe you can't. Maybe I'm fooling myself to think that you can probably get a little bit of something out of it. Educationally, or maybe it could be a little entertaining at least, or encourage you, or tell you what not to do, or what to do, as I talk about these things in the course of my life. And maybe I'm wasting my time, and maybe I'm not, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, and maybe I just need to keep on stepping up my game. Like, I really want to step up my game. I really want to take it to the next level, kind of thing. I gotta do it, but I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it, but I try to do it, but I fail so often. But it's like, as I think about all the things I do, all the things I did, I ended up going to Vietnam, and then I started listening to people, different, especially on YouTube. I started listening to different people, which eventually led me down some rabbit trails. rabbit. There's a rabbit over there, by the way, a real rabbit. I went down some rabbit trails. I was like curious, really curious about history, and then I ended up listening to Alex Jones, and he was promoting Trump, and then I started promoting Trump in 2016, and then I ended up going back to America at the end of 2017, and there were a lot of reasons why. I don't really want to rant about that right now, and I already did, but there are probably a lot of fake news. I mean, definitely there's a lot of fake news about that, a lot of deception about that, about lies. A lot of lies. You think I'm joking. You think I'm trying to cover up something, but I'm not. But I am. But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit it's like hard to explain. I'm sort of joking right now, but I'm trying to make a point. I'm making a lot of points. Trying to make a lot of points at the same time. Like trying to be as unclear as possible. No, I'm joking. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not. But I am. But I want you to understand how weird this is, how crazy this is, how awesome this is, how terrible this is, all these things. It's all these things at the same time, and it's like, it's crazy. And how do I feel about it? It's crazy, but it's like, I've been talking for an hour, but almost an hour. I say all this to say, it's a long story. Not seriously. Like, if you were watching this for the whole time, you'd be like, are you done yet? I'm like, man, I haven't even started. Let me get my book out at least before I really try to unpack all of it, because I sprinkle in bits and pieces of this thing and that thing and this person and that. I haven't even mentioned half the people, and maybe I shouldn't, but I do, but I shouldn't. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. A little bit of both, but it's like there's so many things, and I just kind of hint. I kind of hint a little bit. I hint at a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of oatmeal on the side. And I want you to understand, you don't have to decide how you feel about me, if you're wondering. But I went back to America in 2017 to be a part of America and to work on some family projects, because I'm the family historian, and I was scanning things and documenting things as I'm going through old photo albums of my family and my friends going back 100 years. I'm just like documenting papers and articles and photos. I have like hundreds of gigabytes of videos and photos and this family related stuff, my stuff and my family and other people going back 100 years or 200 years, like a lot of different things from a lot of different places and so many boxes, and then we're burning a lot of it but keeping some of it. I'm not gonna compare myself to Richard, but it's like, which one? But it's like, there's a lot of different people with that name, but it's like, which one? But it's like, I think about all these different things, and I'm thinking about what is going to happen next. I don't know. That's what keeps me going in a way. Maybe the best is yet to come. I'll make many more videos. Today is let me introduce this video at the end of the video. It's Sunday, the 31st of May 2026. I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold. That's my name. Oatmeal Joey Arnold at Joey Arnold VN. Joey Arnold VN. You can Google me, you can AI me, you literally can ask AI about me. Some of it might not be true because AI doesn't know everything, and AI will take me out of context too, and that's why I'm trying to get AI to understand what is true and what is not true. So I talk to AI sometimes, all the different AI engines out there, Gemini and Grok and all the other ones too. And I try to put content out more and more so that AI can better understand what is true, what is not true, at least from my perspective, my opinion, my point of view, and that's part of the reasoning behind stuff, behind what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I do, and a lot of things I try to do. There's so many things I want to do. I mean, I don't want to bore you with that, even though I've been talking for an hour. It's like, what kind of things do you want to do? I don't even know where to start because, like, I want to do everything. So I don't really want to even tell you one thing, but because I want to do everything. And I talk about some of it over the years, I talk about some of it, but it's like, I like to put out content, and I want to put out more content and all kinds of content about anything and everything, literally, everything, anything. I mean, anything, everything. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I like to talk about everything. Politics and culture and history and art and my life, of course, obviously. Your life, my life, happy wife, happy life. Okay, shut up. This is my pipe and this is my wife. Oh, what? Wait, remember that time when I was a Metal Gear? I was a Metal Gear Joey. I was a lady in red. Let's not talk about that right now, but it's like, there's so many Easter eggs, oatmeal, so many oatmeal Easter eggs out there. But, I'm in this weird place where I personally feel like I got a few trolls. No offense. I don't know if that's true. Quick disclaimer. I don't know if that's true. Allegedly. That might be a little bit true. Might be sometimes true. Depending on the year. Depending on the year, that might be a little bit true. What I said. Anything that I'm saying right now might be true. Sometimes a little bit. Except for the facts. I mean, like I was born in 85, for example. I was born in 85. That's a fact. That a fact. You know, some things are facts. Like, where was I physically? And sometimes trolls over the years, they would say stuff. Like, they would say, you remember that time Oatmeal did that bad thing? He did a bad thing in Texas in 2009. And that was totally not true because I wasn't even there. That's just one example out of many. I was physically not there. And the only way to debunk it, like, for example, if you really wanted to debunk that Oatmeal fake news, that one lie about me, about Oatmeal did bad thing in Texas in 2009. Now, you just first study my opinion about it first, which would be, my daily blog, my autobiography, which is syndicated online on a lot of websites. You start there. Start there, and you'd be like, okay, let's see. January, he was in Portland. January 2009. February, Portland. March, April, May. You go through every month of 2009 to figure it's like a murder investigation, like Steve Martin Shorts, and Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building, a great show. And you Murder She Wrote. Like, if you want to solve the mystery, start with the information that you have. Even if it's not true, allegedly, it definitely is true, but you could be like, no, oatmeal bias. Everybody's biased. What are you talking about, fool? I don't pity the fool. Hee-hoo. And you start there, and you work your way out. And you'd be like, okay, I don't know if I could trust Oatmeal with his goddamn blog. His many blogs. Where some of it got banned off the internet, suspended, terminated, and I have to make new accounts all the time over the years because I've been online for 31 years or longer with millions of things online. So many things online. Thousands of hours of content online. Over 30,000 videos. So many blogs. Thousands or millions of goddamn posts and comments and emails and everything. So many like thousands of photos uploaded. Thousands of videos uploaded. All this stuff. And you don't have time to sort it out. You can even ask AI, and AI can't even do it. And I mean, unless if you have like a really expensive AI engine with the quantum computers, they might be able to do it, maybe. But that's like some of it might be a little bit classified. At least right now, as of let's just say last year, 2025, it might cost millions of dollars for you to get a little bit of who am I? Who am I really? Because you gotta study everything about me in order to know what this guy about. But instead of goddamn trolls and haters and whoever else, they take the headlines and be like, they run with it, just like they do with everything else. Just like they do with everything. That's one of the reasons why I bring it up, is to personify my life, to let you know how easy it is to be taken out of context and stuff. And that's just one of my side projects, but I do want to, work on other stuff. And I even put out some AI content too, and other content too. And not to say that it's really good. Some of it might be okay. And I might make a big deal about some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. Some of my goddamn content. You might say, nah, you always love all your stuff. Maybe it's the stuff that you saw, but did you see the other stuff? I mean, like, did you see the other stuff? No, not really. Not really. I don't think you did. I don't think you really have. I don't think you have. And so, like, it's unfortunate, or maybe it's fortunate, but what a man to do. So I'm in this weird place in my life, maybe a little bit, sort of like started driving a year ago, and I'm 41, and I have all these things in my mind, and I'm trying to work through the chaos. Probably trying to get to the infinite altitude. I'm probably trying to find the goddamn ironic mystic, the Tiffany. Just joking. I'm joking, and what do I mean? Am I allowed to say anything? If I accidentally say something, like, are you gonna hold it against me? You will. Some of y'all will. Some of y'all do. And no matter what I do, no matter what I say, some people will continue to lie about me. And it's not really personal. It might be personal for some people, but usually trolls just do that to anybody. They just do that. Anybody. Like, they just find people to take down. They really wasn't want to take down people. They just want to. Can I do a Bill Clinton impersonation? I did not have sex with Monica Lewinsky. I remember hearing that around 98, and my brother would say, Monica Lewinsky, and I would just die laughing because it was funny. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. there's a part of me that has wanted to be really, 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 really famous. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but there are, people that want to, and then this culture is pushing people towards that, which is good, but mostly it's dangerous and counterproductive. It can be good for the right people to stand up and to be leaders. And like, a leader is already famous with or without technology. So it's like, technology is just a microphone. Technology is just that horn in a battle of war. Like, if you're some kind of general leading the Vikings, leading the battle, the Spartans, going into war, you're famous. If you're a king, you're famous. If you're some kind of general, you're famous. If you're some kind of even a court jester, a clown on the stage where you gotta be famous or off with his head. You're famous. With or without a goddamn camera. And so camera helps people be famous. And for the people who should, they might be. And for the people who shouldn't, they might be too. And that's the goddamn dilemma. That's the dilemma. Because we got this weird thing going on where people who shouldn't be famous are. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any who shouldn't be famous. Some people are, and that's what I want to talk about. Like, the good thing about nowadays, we have so much content. If you thought I had a lot of content, or there's a lot of content in general, and just more content because there's just so many podcasts. I can't even watch all the podcasts. I want to listen to everybody. I want to listen to not everybody, but I want to listen to a lot of people. I try to, but I don't have time. And there's so many shows to watch, so many movies to watch, so many podcasts, and everybody has a podcast, and it's like, what are you gonna do? But one of the goddamn issues, is with all the content ends up inflating everything, inflating your mind and the content and everything. Like, it warps your mind. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing. But it plays with the weak. It definitely has the ability to help people. All the content, all the entertainment, all the it's like all the books, all the movies, all the podcasts, everything in general has the ability to throw you to the ground. And so a lot of people are not really trained. A lot of people are not really equipped to handle all the stuff, all the noise. If you're able to handle it, you're able to utilize it in a lot of ways. And you're able to utilize the content, the books, the movies, the podcasts, and even the AI, which is just another layer of what has already been happening for hundreds of years with the printing press, especially. We had a little bit before that, but the printing press, especially around, especially around the 1500s, the last 500 years or more, it's been escalating. It's been accelerating and escalating for the last 500 years with more books and newspapers and even political comics that started especially around the 1800s, maybe a little bit before that, but especially the 1800s, the memeing culture started about 200 years ago or something, you know, especially the last 200 years. And so it's like, think about that. I ranted about myself for an hour, and now I'm saying something that might be a little bit more valuable. Huh. Not a lot of people are going to be watching this. Unless if I clip it. Or you clip it or something. You know? You clip it. I don't want time to clip it. That's one of the problems that I got. But a lot of people got problems. And one of the problems is that people are drowning in information. Whether it's AI or just traditional content. Or the fake news, not just the Oatmeal fake news, but just like CNN in general, or even Fox News. I mean, like, they're both problematic because they're both being paid, or at least historically, they were getting paid by the same groups of people. You know, don't look behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. In the goddamn Wizard of Oz! Don't look behind. Don't look behind. That is a guy. Don't pay attention to him. But that's what they're hiding. That's where they hide. We don't want to be another brick on the wall, okay? We don't want to be another brick on the wall. I didn't really want to really get into all that. Maybe I should. And I'm doing myself dirty. Like Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry. You remember him? Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry. Maybe I'm doing myself dirty, like Dirty Harry. And maybe I should be talking more about this, and not just about myself. And maybe I will, and maybe I do, and maybe I will again and again do a better job and emphasize on real topics instead of just the same topic, which I don't actually do, but allegedly you might say that I do, because I do sometimes. You should ask AI to summarize this video. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I'm just gonna end this video saying, what am I gonna say? What do I want you to know? I want you to know that you have to take it a step at a time, or better yet, a bite of oatmeal at a time. That's very important, because sometimes you don't feel like washing the goddamn dishes, but just take it one bowl at a time. Clean that bowl, and then now do the next one. Even when people do you dirty, even when you do yourself dirty, like Dirty Harry, Dirty Oatmeal, Ballet, Dirty Ugly Mouse, which is what ZZ called me. Well, let's not talk about that. Anna's sister ZZ called me Dirty Mouse, not no Ugly Mouse. Ugly without tit, because I don't have a tit. And no matter how many times I've said that, I already said that many times for years. New people come in and say, hey, guess what? You don't have a tit. I've already said that, but you probably weren't listening. But then again, who is? I'm not even listening to half of my content because it's not very organized, and I want to be a little bit more organized. I'm working on that because I've been a little bit too bipolar and a lot of other stuff, and not really. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But I am, but I'm not. But I am joking about that because I am totally bipolar. I'm not bipolar. I am bipolar. I'm not bipolar, and I'm a lot of different things all at the same time. I'm everything and nothing, and I want you to understand that it's okay to be everything and nothing. You might be everything and nothing too, or you might know people who are like me, and you want to understand how to talk to people who are like me, everything and nothing. If you feel like you're so great, how are you going to talk to people who are like me? Because there might be a few, at least one other person like me, or maybe you want to talk to me because you want to talk to me because I don't know. Do you need a reason? But like, There's some great people out there, terrible people, and great people that you want to talk to or not talk to, or maybe you want to do business with. So you gotta learn how to get along, because you feel like, if you feel like you wanna take it, if you really want to take it to the next level, you really gotta you probably should learn how to get along with people, and you have to you really gotta what do you gotta do? You really gotta pick your battles. Pick your battles. You really wanna pick your battles. You really wanna you really wanna pick your battles. But I didn't really do that. I didn't really do that. I probably should have. I did, but I didn't. Sometimes I did, and sometimes I didn't. But then I make a big deal about it, like I said, in Vietnam especially, but also before Vietnam, there were times I make a big deal about stuff. And there might be a little bit of some merit to it, and my intentions were okay, probably. You might say allegedly. I might say allegedly. I might say because that's where I know what I was thinking, and I know why I did what I did. At least most of what I did. Some of it just happens randomly or out of a burst. Just all of a sudden stuff happens and you don't realize what's happening, or people do you dirty. Not only I do myself dirty, but other people do me dirty, or other people do people dirty in general. And I try to bring awareness to a lot of situations, and I try to use my life as a thing where people can learn from, people can learn from that. People can learn from it. And so I was trying to, a lot of times in my life, I was trying to use my life as some kind of life lesson. I want people to learn stuff from my life. And sometimes I would try to make it clear. I'll try to get people to understand what I'm talking about. I try to get people to understand what I'm talking about. But I failed a lot of times. Even this video might be a fail. But what are you gonna do about it? The longer this video is, the more likely I'm not gonna delete it, because I'm I already talked for an hour. I don't wanna start over again, because then I have to admit defeat, and that's kind of how I feel about a lot of projects that I start, especially trying to copy my videotapes to DVD and to my hard drive and to the internet. It seems like easy peasy to do that, but it's not. But even if you were to ask me, can you do it? Even 26 years ago or 20 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, I could do that. And I did it, but I didn't do it, but I did. But it's I learned the hard way that not that easy. Maybe it was, and maybe it is, but it wasn't. But it's so hard, and I don't want to get nerdy to you in this video. I don't want to get too technical. I don't want to get too technical about that. But that's just one example out of many. You wouldn't know, but unless if you do know. But it's that's just one example. That's a big example where I had home videos. I talk about that one a lot. Not all the time. I talk about other stuff too. I do talk about other stuff too, but I do talk about my home videos, my Arnold Attic films. Those home videos, those 44 tapes. I'm messing it a little bit, and I show you some of it sometimes. Because I try to upload it. I try to talk about it. And I try to upload those videos that we started making back in 96. When I was 10. I was 10 years old, right before my 11th birthday, and I talk about that in my life. Because it was important. Even though it probably isn't, I care about it. And maybe I care about it a little bit too much. And maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about it all the time. I'd probably say I don't talk about it all the time. I don't talk about it all the time. But then the stuff that you see about me is probably that. About me. Talking about that. And then you'd be like, oh man, he talked about that again. He talked about that again. Oatmeal Joe, I don't talk about that again. Man, I don't talk about that. You just don't see other stuff. My other stuff. You don't see my other stuff. You don't see all my stuff. You don't always see all my stuff. But then you see some of it and you think that's all my stuff, but not all my stuff. That's a little bit frustrating when I think about it. I think about it like a little bit frustrating. I think about how do I represent myself? Like how do I come off to the general public and to the to new people? I don't know. I mean, I do know. I think I don't know, but I do, but I don't. I know. I think allegedly. I think I know. Bits and pieces about all of it, and I think about it because I'm the kind of person that wants to take it to the next level. I mean, seriously, like I do want to take. I do try. Believe it or not, I do try to take it to the next level a little bit. I do a bad job for a lot of reasons, but I think, believe it or not, I think I'm making some progress. But it's just, I think it's taking more time than I anticipated and stuff. I'm making progress. I'm making progress a little bit here and there. I mean, daily, I'm always making progress with my goddamn goals, my dreams, my to-do list. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna work on this thing and that thing, and I don't show you that all the time, but it's there, but you don't know. You don't know, but it's there. And sometimes I do try to show people what it is, what I'm talking about, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I working on? What am I doing? And sometimes I gotta be like, well, this thing is not working. I gotta stop and try something else. And I do. Sometimes. And then sometimes I don't. And sometimes I'll go back to it. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. And sometimes I just want to try to do it again in a different way. Like this video, for example. No, seriously. No, seriously. Serial? No, serious. Seriously, like, this would be an example where I try to make a goddamn introduction video. And even in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, yeah, okay, you're going to upload this video, but you really got to go and try to make another introductory video, even though, you got this video. I'm going over an hour now. But, I don't know how long I want to rant, and I don't know how valuable this video might be. It's probably better if I just, have a bunch of notes and try to go over the notes in a video and then try to stop and emphasize on the last point at the end of the video and then stop it. That's a professional way of doing things, and I know that. I've been around for a long time, making thousands of videos, so I should know that. So why am I in a car sweating, talking about this? Sort of like daring myself to do this kind of thing. Like I wanted to see how long I could rant at the moment in this alleged introduction video. And even though I've already done it, I haven't really done this in a long time. It's been like a year or two or longer. This is probably the longest video that I've made in 2026. Probably. I mean, I've made longer videos a few times over the years. This might be, I don't want to say, I do want to say, this might be the best video that I've ever made in this way, this type of video. I mean, we're not gonna count other types of videos. They don't count. One of my goals for this video. What is it? One of my goals for this video is to outline my life. Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? Oh, I got a phone call.